Bigfoot. Best described as half man and half ape, legends of these large hominids are common in almost every part of the world. In the cold mountains of Tibet, they're known as the Yeti, while in the tropical jungles and ravines of southern Africa, they're known as Raka. The Japanese call them Hibagon, while Americans know them as either Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Researchers are divided regarding these creatures. Some believe that they are based upon actual cryptids, and like the okapi, will one day be proven to actually exist. Other researchers believe that the legends are based on bears that have taken to walking upright, in particular a rare hybrid of the polar bear. DNA tests on alleged Yeti hair samples recently revealed a new species of unknown bear could well exist, and may have given rise to the Tibetan version of the legend. Cyclops. Greek and Roman mythology explains that the Cyclops were an ancient race of giants, each of which had a single eye in the middle of his forehead. Along with their seeing eye, these creatures had protruding teeth and were said to be vicious and partial to human flesh. The legend of the Cyclops is believed to have originated when ancient Greeks discovered the skulls and bones of a really huge beast, Dinotherium giganteum, which was a relative of modern elephants. Skulls of these beasts have an extremely large nasal opening in the center of the skull that could easily be mistaken for an eye socket, and could well be the evidence used for the tales of the terrifying one-eyed Cyclops. The giant sea serpent. For hundreds of years, sightings of sea serpents have been reported to various authorities, and this still continues today. Over 1,200 sea serpent sightings have been officially documented. In general, these beasts are described as snake-like with long, low dorsal fins and a huge size that some have been described as being 25 meters in length with a body width of over a meter. Many scientists believe that these legends were based not on a serpent, but on the oarfish. Oarfish are large, greatly elongated, pelagic lampriform fish belonging to the small family Regalicidae. The truth is that they do look like serpents, and one of the longest that was captured did indeed measure 11 meters in length. Dragons. Myths and legends about dragons date back thousands of years, and in their various forms can be found from the farthest reaches of China to the highlands of Scotland. There's something wonderful about a giant flying beast that is often magical and able to breathe fire. Researchers believe that when ancient people encountered dinosaur fossils, they came to the natural conclusion that these were evidence of giant reptilian monsters. Dr. David E. Jones thinks the explanation is more mundane. He argues that humans and other primates have an instinctive fear of snakes and Komodo dragons. So rather than dragons being based on any particular species or on recovered fossils, he believes they're entirely the product of humanity's collective nightmares. Mermaids. The conviction that there are mermaids and mermen living in the seas is one of the oldest beliefs to appear in human history, and can be found just about anywhere in the world. Dating back to around 1000 BC, the first stories appeared in ancient Assyria and tell how the goddess Atargatis transmuted herself into a mermaid out of shame for accidentally killing her human lover. The most famous of all the mermaid stories is probably The Little Mermaid, written by Hans Christian Andersen. Researchers believe that the myths and legends behind these stories can be traced to the dugong that could quite easily be mistaken for a human with a fish-like tail. Also, sailors would find the skeletons of dugong, which, because of the flipper hand bone formation, looked remarkably human. The Kraken. This legendary sea monster is said to dwell off the coasts of Norway and Greenland and grow to gigantic sizes. It appears in folklore around the world and was recently featured in the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise. The size and depiction of this creature is a pretty fair representation of the mythological Kraken. It has been suggested that the legend originated from sightings of giant squid that can grow up to 12 to 15 meters in length. The Griffin. The Griffin is a common figure in ancient Greek myth and art, said to possess the body of a lion but the head and wings of an eagle. While it's possible this creature is the result of early storytellers simply combining existing animals, folklorist Adrian Mayer has a different theory. She believes that ancient excavators in the Gobi Desert actually uncovered the fossilized bones of the Protoceratops, and seeing the beaked face and four-legged body, the legend of the Griffin was born. Unicorns. Of all the mythical creatures that people believed once existed, the unicorn is one of the most popular and mystical. The unicorn has appeared on the ancient seals of the Indus Valley civilization and has been featured in the national history writings of the ancient Greeks. Unicorns are generally believed to be white, horse-like animals with a sing-spiral horn that have magical abilities. The fact that the Greeks believed that the unicorn really existed suggests that they were regularly receiving independent accounts of the animals. Researchers now believe that these were descriptions of white rhinos from Africa. At the same time, sailors and explorers were regularly finding the spiral horns of the narwhal, and it probably didn't take early artists long to combine the two and create the unicorn. Rhinos and narwhals are the only two living creatures to feature a centralized horn.